The long-standing stereotype of students as lecture-skipping, booze-swilling party animals who rarely get out of bed before lunchtime has been smashed by new research. 3/4 of the UK's 1.2 million full-time undergraduates say that they view university as a way of improving their career potential, whilst less than a third think that the social life is important. That's according to the 2008 Sodexo University Lifestyle Survey. Well, I've caught up with a couple of students. Natalie, you're drinking your smoothie, you're reading the papers. What's going on?
Well, we actually do have to work harder at university now because there is so much competition for a good job.
And Charles, would you agree with this?
Yeah, we can't afford to be irresponsible these days. I mean, we need to get a good degree to get a good job in the future.
So what has turned the once non-stop party animal into a diligent and studious individual? Well, earlier on I caught up with Professor Gary Day.
There has been a huge change, I think, in the way students are behaving at university. There's all kinds of pressures on them these days. The biggest pressure that they face is to get a good degree. They are seriously worried about the classification of their degree. And that worry is intensified because they have to fund themselves through their study. The student loan by itself is not sufficient. So many of them are going to find part-time jobs. And I think there's 2% of students who are doing full-time jobs. The job market is constantly changing, and that puts enormous pressure on students. They know that they have to be competitive. One way in which they can be competitive is to get a good degree. So that is the main reason that they go to university, to get the skills that are going to enable them to function in the new flexible economy. Looking back to my own student days, where people didn't get out of bed until 2 o'clock and then dragged themselves off onto a philosophy lecturer that was on the meaning of existence, have long gone. Students today are far more professional, far more focused. They know exactly what they want from university, and they have an instrumental approach. In some ways that's a sad thing because they are losing the ability to grow and develop in an organic way, but times change and they are adapting to these new circumstances.
This is the third University Lifestyle Survey that we've conducted, and while some of the trends are now continuing as we've seen over the past few years, there are some significant changes, and particularly in funding. A lot of students now are expecting to graduate with a lot of debt. In fact, a third will expect to have £15,000 of debt when they leave university. They do see this, though, as an investment in their future careers, and that's a big change. The impact of that is that they're socialising less. A lot of students are not on campus much of the time now, and many more are living at home, so socialising at home. That means that there's an impact on the student union, on social clubs, societies and so on campus. The upside for Sodexo is that we are also seeing that more students are wanting to eat on campus at lunchtime, enjoy the refreshments and so on. So our real challenge is to work with the universities to make sure that we increase the number of students eating and dining on campus and enjoying those facilities.
So as the new term gets underway and 1.2 million undergraduates return to university, perhaps we can expect to see far less late night partying and far more of these in their rightful place.